All right, and we are back.
Hi.
Oh
Hello.
my.
Currently only have
see
the
the link?
one screen good, but yeah. Omega, how's it going, man?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're having fun today. Yeah, you told us
Good.
your internet's out. Your internet was out.
Yeah, my internet's been playing up for the last couple of days, and I managed to get a whole 3 hours today without the internet.
Oh. How's Junior doing?
He's doing a lot better. We thought he had tonsillitis again over the weekend.
Okay.
A lot of sleepless nights.
Oh, sorry about that.
Well, no, it means lots of playing computer games at 4 a.m. in the morning.
I have an excuse.
No, the kid's sick. Don't worry about it.
You mean you don't do that anyway?
Sort of, yes, but not with Junior. So,
All right. Well, someone give him a recap as to what's happened so far in the session.
We pretty much did.
Oh, you did that while I was doing all the
Yeah.
work? Okay.
My
So, no worries. For the sake of, because we can't really help ISP stuff, for the sake of just not having to deal with a whole bunch, we'll just say that you went with Ark.
right.
All right. And, okay, so we left off at two large Dragonborns glaring at each other. One in a slightly smiling fashion.
Hey, Foot.
What?
Hey, Foot.
What?
Did you check out the link I put in chat?
No, I didn't because I'm broadcasting.
Go check it out real quick.
Do I have
Just
to
pull
mute
it up and pause it, and you can view it on the next break.
Oh goodness! There's an ad right here about a beverage
That you probably
not
want.
alcoholic. Actually, no, I don't drink soda. Soda actually really burns my throat. It's
Like I said, just pull it up for next time.
hot in Cleveland bloopers.
Yes.
Okay, let me put this over there, and I'll probably forget about it. You'll have to mention it to me later.
I will.
Okay, so True Dragonborns. Go. What are you doing?
What happened in the forest, Fryden?
Fryden?
Thought that was the name. That's the name I have on here.
No, the guy you're talking to is Relinod.
Okay.
Relinod is
I
the
did
blue
not meet
Dragonborn.
Relinod then.
No, Cleric Fryan is he's another one of the clerics in the church.
Oh, what happened in the forest, Relinod?
We had a ritual. We were
What
singly
happened?
attacked. We were doing our seasonal ritual. War
With blood?
clerics. Yes, war clerics. The consumption of blood. That's what we do.
Did I ever hear anything about the Blood Mother? Was that explained to me?
You've never heard about the Blood Mother.
Okay, making sure that my character did not know.
You've never heard
can-
about it.
I have been informed that you have been babbling. How do I phrase this? That you been informed that you've been
Welcome,
corrupted.
Corrupted? If you mean by the time I was beset upon an unseen force that proceeded to tear apart my friends from the insides.
What unseen force?
An unseen force. I do not know what it was. All I know is who saved me.
Who saved you then?
The Blood Mother.
Can I roll religion, please?
Go ahead. And by the way, the reason we're not gonna stay on this screen for very long. You rolled a 13 because those camps are all messed up. You don't know about the Blood Mother in particular. You do know that there are certain gods that do often have blood in their rituals and such.
Do I get any vibes from the name at all? Doesn't seem like it would be something that would give
Never
good
heard of it.
vibes.
Never heard of it. I mean, unless you can sort of decipher divine waves from just names,
No.
then I couldn't say anything. But no, you've never heard about this name.
Who is the, do we know the names of the ones that, got tore apart?
Yes, you did. They were... That was not it. Was that on my other... That was probably on some of my other resources.
Celia and Corbin.
There you go. I
More than-
love players who take notes. Celia and Corbin. I think that was on my NPC thing.
Oh, fudge. I lost all my notes. I just thought about that.
Oh, dear.
Saying that, where's my new notebook? I brought a new notebook for this game and I've lost it.
Oh, dear.
I'm a horrible person. I've been write notes down on the sheets.
All right. So what's up? What's now? What now?
Unseen forces that tear people in twain is not something to be meddling with.
We did not intentionally meddle with it. We were simply doing our seasonal ritual to our gods.
Question:
Brings a
do
question.
I know where they got the blood from?
You personally would not unless you would have asked one of the other players.
I haven't.
My character wouldn't know either. That was something that was probably smartly not told to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You were on hallowed ground. Where was the ritual located at?
Approximately 3 hours northeast.
Northeast. Interesting.
It was more east. He has a bad sense of direction.
That's a different. At this point, I'm mostly staring down because I don't necessarily trust him at this still.
Okay. He's like, brother, I get the feeling you don't believe me, but trust me when I say that she saved me from whatever it was that was racking my body with torment.
As has Bahamut, as has Umberoth, as has Yolanda for others beforehand, forsaking your ways for one thing.
Have you ever conversed with your patron deity?
Of course.
And thus I conversed with the Blood Mother. I recognize it when it happens. Some might think me crazed, rambling on like some crazed fool. But I am not.
And then why have you not reported to the authorities immediately what has happened?
Because I came to spread the word.
Care not for the safety of others. Care for your own agenda.
Not my agenda. Her agenda. And the dead are already in her care. Sure, it's a sad fact, and that will be taken care of in due time.
They were your brothers, your sisters.
Yes! And they would have done the same as I have. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna go and try to like thaumaturgy my voice near this dragonborn and be like,
Is thaumaturgy is a concentration?
Let me check. Just a really weird word.
T-H-A-U-M.
Urgy.
Urgy.
A, B, C, D, T. I gotta find my T's. I'm going through the book.
Because if it is, I'm pretty sure that would end your invisibility.
Nope.
Okay, go ahead.
No concentration.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna be like, he's lost it.
I don't know if I necessarily believe the invisible voices either.
You know, there have been a few people around here shouting these things recently.
We've been investigating. The third line has been investigating the forest for many days. I don't know how long it's been out of game. Like out of game, I don't know how long it's been in game.
It's actually been about 2-3 days.
Okay.
Not too long. Yes, well, I did hear about the wolves at one point, and that will be taken care of in due time. But what does that have to do with anything I'm doing?
If this blood has torn your brothers and sisters in twain, it obviously is connected.
How could it be the blood? We purified it on hallowed ground.
If it was purified, why did it tear your brothers apart?
Then who's to say it wasn't something else?
Who's to say it wasn't?
Something
indeed?
more powerful than what we could place on our grounds.
And that's
You just
why
hear, where did this blood come from?
Do you ask that?
Yes.
Okay. I purchased it from a merchant.
Which one?
You want specifics? If I tell you that, you're going to go hound him. And who is speaking these things? I've recognized your voice several times before. You were the one shouting.
he obviously has not. He obviously is peddling with things that are beyond his power, which should not be dealt with mortals.
But even then, with what we've done, it would not be the blood.
What would it have been? Would it have been your ritual then?
I've done that for years.
Now!
If you've done it for years, and it had not torn people apart before, then obviously it was the blood. Unless you yourself had done it, which I would not accuse you of without proper pretense. So it's either the blood or the ritual at this point.
Or there is some other evil afoot.
A foot knight?
Hmm? Maybe. And as he says that, how long does your good and evil sensing spider senses go?
It lasts. The spell lasts for 10 minutes that I used. The ability only lasts for a round, but I did cast the spell afterwards.
Okay, so it's still going right now.
Okay.
You get the very clear sense that he has gone evil. Yet in appearance and bearing, he looks perfectly normal. Besides, well, bloody clothes and a blood hand got prestidigitated on it earlier, which he still hasn't noticed.
It would have ended by now.
How
No,
far?
that's-
How far away from him am I?
You are literally like in each other's face.
You will report to the authorities immediately.
Under whose authority?
Under the authority of Bahamut, of the High Celestials, and of myself.
Yeah, well, under the authority of Yandala, I don't have to uphold your.
You've forsaken Yandala.
I have forsaken nothing.
Then why have you not reported the death of your brothers to the authorities immediately?
Deities are always discovered.
Why have you not?
Would you not
reported
do the same had you been in my situation?
it? No, I would have reported it and tried to protect my brothers immediately.
What do you think I did not? What do you think I tried to do?
You are forsaken
As they're on
their
the
lives.
ground writhing,
I'm gonna thermaturgy my voice the maximum loudness it can go and be like, quiet!
You have forsaken their lies to spread your
You
pagan
see him.
beliefs.
Hold on, let me check one thing. Let me check one thing. Where are these?
Basically, it makes my voice up to 3 times louder.
Oh, I
than
know.
normal. This is gonna be hilarious. if
I
people
know.
get ready.
He's just getting tired of your crap. He grabs his holy symbol and casts Dispel Magic. You suddenly start to see yourself.
I'm just gonna sit down in the pew and not care.
And he is going to make a quick perception roll.
Can I stealth?
You can, really quick, before I make this roll. Go, go, go. You have 5 seconds. I hit the wrong buttons. You have even longer time. You have 3, 2, 14. Okay, you'd better beat this perception.
Nope.
You don't. So as he does this, he recognizes you, suddenly materialize out of the crowd. What do you look like? Because you do not look like you previously were.
You see a horned person in a studded leather corset and some overly tight pants.
Overly tight. Are they majorly tight pants?
I had to set that up.
Oh, man. Sad she can't play anymore. But what country are you from?
I can't deal with it. It's all over the map.
But as he does that and spots you, his eyes narrow. And Ludwig, you suddenly see it just go straight back the other way. You now sense good. It is clearly something is in him that you can tell, but yeah.
Then you just
And
hear,
he-
there's no sense in arguing like two.
And he
different
just
rules."
focuses on you. He's like,
Something's wrong.
"And you call me a heretic?" And he points her out.
No, something is legitimately wrong. You've been swaying between good and evil this entire time. When I came in here, I called upon the powers to see what was wrong.
Oh, really? Well, have I done nothing but good here today? And as he reaches out, you notice a lot of people start cheering and agreeing with him. Especially 2 people, 2 humans, 1 male, 1 female.
Do I recognize them at all?
No, this is the first time we've seen him.
Okay.
And as soon as he does that, he starts talking to them in basically efforts, as you would recognize, to get more people on his side, as he has been speaking to them for quite some time. As
Not here for
basically
popularity contest.
he's a prophet or a missionary for a new deity he found. He's founding a new religion.
Dave,
not-
were you ever walking back or anything?
Yeah,
they-
I'm on my way back.
Okay.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I'm
just
not
waiting
concerned
for
with
Flip to
popularity.
Give it a little bit more, and then you 2 will arrive.
Because I have something to say if I can come in right now.
Not concerned with popularity contest. I'm concerned with the well-beings of the people, and something is not right here.
And I am too. Do you think I'm not concerned about what's going on there? As soon as I'm done here, that is my first priority.
Let us go now.
Do you want to go now? We will go now.
You will go.
Oh
now.
yeah, in fact, do you want to go tell the authorities about the thing? I was going to go and do that before noon.
What thing?
I'll bounce my...
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me out of care. That was me out of.
Okay.
I'm just gonna speak up to the Dragonborn. He already said he was gonna go tell the authorities before noon or around noon.
And you can actually see him just start marching.
I'll go with him.
Okay? And Lane and Ark, as you arrive at the chapel, you see Relinod, this massive blue dragonborn covered in bloody clothes and armor, just burst out the front of the chapel, just pushing both doors aside. You see Wynn following right after him. These both tall, imposing dragonborns just going straight the direction of what you would know as to be the law. And then close behind, and then a little behind them, you also see this horned individual. Follow them.
I'm gonna look at Dave's character, be like, "Oh, so you finally see me how I actually am. My name's Syndra.
It's a. What is it?
Tiefling.
Syndra.
Hydra.
Oh, sorry.
No, just saying my.
Oh,
actual
I
name.
knew what it was. I needed a name, Ludwig.
Tiefling, come with me.
Heretic.
I'm just like,
I'm gonna look at.
maybe we need an unbiased third-party clergyman here.
They don't like each other.
I'm getting.
You can try.
Is there any?
And then Dave suddenly starts
Sorry.
choking us.
Then Dave dies.
Is there a cleric?
Oh, there's plenty of clerics in this
Higher level cleric.
You wouldn't specifically know that. You know that the person who's been here the longest is Cleric Frydan, the one who hired you for this all entirely.
I'm gonna go get Cleric Frydan.
Okay.
I'm surprised he didn't come out as soon as they started yelling.
Yeah, and the super loud quiet.
He was actually off to the side. He was in there. Okay, so you go in there, and there's a bunch of people in there just talking and just kind of murmuring low about what's been going on. They're trying to figure out what's been going on. But you spot Cleric Frydan. He's over there looking just normal.
Cleric Frydan?
Yes.
He's possessed by something, but I do not know what it is. Something has changed, obviously.
He has not seemed changed to me. In fact, he appears exactly the
Something
same.
feels wrong. Is that a better intuition?
I've been here a long time. I've seen many brothers and sisters come and go, some of which profess as zealously as he does, but few have actually felt truthful as he does.
Can you tell whether or not he is
Possessed?
or whether or not his intentions are of good or bad?
I can. And I can tell you as of this moment, his intentions are good.
But not possibly during... Was it good the entire time?
Are you referring to a spell?
What? Yeah, like...
During the time of which I cast it, yes. I could tell he was clearly telling the truth. And he was good, as he always has been. And so I had no means of discerning that he would be otherwise. Sure, a commotion was just had in here twice, once by yourself,
Yeah,
and once by your friend.
because it concerns me that he did not... I'm just going to turn off my microphone.
I will let you know this one thing about Brother Relinod. He is possibly the most zealous person you will meet.
For good or for bad, obviously. But it concerns me that he didn't bother telling anybody about...
He told all of us.
Yes, which is fine.
And
Except
he's going
for-
to the authorities right now.
But you even heard him say he was going to go before noon. That should have been his first instinct, was to tell the authorities at the very least what has happened so they can be relayed back to their families.
They don't have families.
They were both orphans?
There's a reason why war clerics happen.
Do tell.
Those who choose the righteous path of vengeance.
Okay.
We were actually their closest family. But
Because it's still...
his actions, to me, seem appropriate.
Even if he was the only one that came back alive.
Even if he was the only one. We live in a town, in an area filled with danger. We have guilds. You're a part of one. Specifically that
So
go
glad
out
you
and
noticed
deal
that.
with these problems.
And dealing with them we are. I got a message saying from one of my contacts telling us that we are dealing with something that is extremely powerful with that blood that he bought.
Who did this message come from?
I don't want to bluff because I'm the way I've been rolling lately. It's just been utter shite.
You need to think of a half-truth.
Yeah, exactly. From a trusted magical source that I have in my contacts.
From a trusted magical source. Very well, keep your secrets.
I unfortunately must for right now.
Very well. Well, I will let you know that Relinod is not one who forsakes his brothers and sisters. He said he would go seek out what has done this, and he will do that, without a doubt. From what I have seen, he has not acted in any wrong.
I guess let us, for both of our sakes, hope that he continues to do so.
Also, Foot, I would
So-
know how this whole place kind of functions, wouldn't I?
The town, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very much centered on hunting guilds as far as an economy and travelers.
Because
Oh my, I just put 2 and 2 together.
Your face is just like...
I'm gonna go up to Dave's character because I still got his name
Mm-hmm.
or her name,
It's fine.
Okay.
It is.
and I'm gonna be like, I think we might want to go get that dragon because he was very angry.
Which one?
Which angry dragonborn?
Both.
Which is ironic because they don't know that I'm a dragonborn too, but that's beside the point.
No, you have draconic heritage.
Draconic
There's a
heritage.
difference.
Which will be
I'm
shown.
better than you. You're like a quarter breed.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, wait, you're a dragonborn? When did this happen?
No, draconic heritage.
Okay.
It'll show during the.
I got really confused there for a moment. I was like, wait.
Wait, when did this? Why is this happening?
Did we go have surgery or something? Or did you go visit Lucille?
I had a dragon transplant surgery when I was 12. I had it
dragonplasty.
installed.
I'm not saying that's not possible. Okay. So yeah, what are you doing?
I wish brother Buckface.
And Lane, you're here too, just so you know.
Well, and I'm actually going to seek out an unbiased. Well, I don't tell him this, but I want to seek out an unbiased opinion.
You tell him that you want to seek that out?
Yeah, I don't tell him that's what I'm doing because
Okay.
I'm just going to let him assume that his word gave me enough comfort.
Okay.
But I want an unbiased opinion on what the fuck's going on
Okay.
with his disciple that is just clearly off the loony train.
Okay. So, do you guys do anything else here while the two angry Dragonborns are storming off?
No, I want to actually catch up to him to a certain degree. And are there any other? There's plenty of churches in this area.
There's really only one. There's probably some smaller ones around, but they're really hole-in-the-wall places. You wouldn't recognize them off the bat.
Only in the wall places.
Yeah, holy in the wall places. Yeah.
Once we get walking away, I'm gonna look at the person that I'm walking with and be like, they were all supposed to come back. I've been
Well,
around these
obviously,
places.
because we wouldn't have found 2 dead bodies.
Something went horribly wrong.
I know, and I
And
have
putting
somebody
2 and
look-
2 together. Somebody just don't come home and start preaching about something brand new of a god.
No, and that's why and we're far enough away. That's why I want somebody who's unbiased to look at him.
Well, I've been around these churches a long time. Those people were good. They put money back into the town and keep it instead of keeping it all to themselves.
This is
Oh,
true.
I have no doubt about that. But he wasn't acting normal, was he?
How long have you investigated and known Rillanod? Roll a d20.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I roll investigation? Or should I just roll a d20?
Just roll a d20. If you get higher than a 15, then yeah, you've known him. You know him well enough. You roll a 2. That's a dose. You
That is
don't.
just the shit rolling that has been going on today, folks.
You've only noticed him since what's happened recently.
So he has no idea that's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, see, I don't know him that well, but I wouldn't put these clerics just to come home and start preaching about a new god.
It feels off. It feels very wrong, and that's why I have somebody looking and picking up the remains and having somebody study them.
I would be
Because
careful.
something is
Be
wrong.
very, very careful. If
They
people's
know.
gonna explode.
They know.
People could explode.
Yeah, they already know about the splosies.
Also, what's your name?
My name is Ark.
Ark.
It's Ark. It's Carnith, but I prefer Ark.
Yeah, that's too much words for me.
And then Lane's also there too. He's just really
Who's
quiet.
This person following you.
Lane.
No. Oh.
You're walking along.
I'm just adjusting my limbs, that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
If you well, who's better? You've been around for churches in this area for quite a while, correct?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I've been around here for a while. I was doing what I usually do.
Can you please find a impartial cleric to discern what the heck's going on? Preferably.
Would I know any impartials?
From what you saw at the church as you were invisible and moving about the crowds and just kind of looking at everybody, you know that a lot of them were there, as it seemed that people had gone out and brought more people in. But by chance, there might be a few that were not there and would be unaware as to what has happened.
Okay. Would I know their names or no?
Oh, you would.
Okay.
Just roll.
PM one of the names, or I'll roll.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
That would be
Oh,
a
look at
natural 20. You know a priestess by the name of Annalith.
Okay, I'm like, I think Annalith would be a good person for this.
Can you please go find her? And it's I think an untainted set of eyes on this. Not that I don't trust Wynn, but This way, Relnod cannot object to having somebody who's unrelated to this.
Okay.
I'm
And good.
We should do this, but I might need to get into my other clothes.
Okay. And you would know that Annalith kind of holds her own church-sized meetings in her own home, as most people do not worship her god. So what else is going on?
Other
That
than
is
that,
wrong.
I mean, that's pretty much.
That depends on what's going on in the at the law.
And as soon as we get that squared away, I'm gonna start running.
Okay. Hold on, let me check one thing.
Last thing we need is a fight in the middle of town.
Oh, I won't be the first person to swing, but I'll be the last person to swing.
Yeah. I'll be the first person to go invisible and never be seen.
Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not here, guys. This is not me.
One more thing I need to do. There you go. Okay, bam. You know that she is a priestess of Avandra.
Vondra?
Avandra.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna tell Ark. The pieces of Avandra. She does her stuff in her own home. She's probably a little bit unaware of this stuff right now.
Well, given that she stays at home, probably.
She's a stay-at-home cleric.
Stay at home.
Wow, that's not sexist at all.
Oh dear.
Look,
Okay.
the guys can be stay-at-home clerics too if they want to be. They don't have to go out to the forest to do their rituals and beat up on shit to get the food back to the stay-at-home clerics' wives.
We could head over there if you would like to.
Could you please? I would rather make sure that you'll be fine, but I'd rather make sure that I can help keep Windsor safe.
My deity protects me. I don't need protection from a squishy human.
As the squishy
I'm not near him to my knowledge.
No,
wait,
you guys are
you're
almost
not.
at
As the squishy
thing.
human takes out 3 wolves before they can even get close.
Spell snipers.
Yeah.
And really good perception checks.
Choo.
I'm gonna be like, maybe I should go with you because I don't feel like going in there alone right now. Because we might want all of us to hear everything.
Yes, but the sooner we get her there, the sooner we can get to the truth.
Would I know if she would be home for a long stretch of time during the day?
You can go and check.
Okay. Well, I'll go there and as my normal self instead.
Okay.
I think him
Okay,
and I
so-
are marching off towards
Her.
very loud
Marching off.
dragon.
Oh, I need to keep reminding myself of her name, Annalith. Okay, so you guys are marching off to go see Annalith. Okay, Win, you are with...
Yeah.
Huh?
But
It's me.
I'm sending him, and I'm going to go back to Win.
Okay, so now you're dashing that way.
Yes, as soon
Okay.
as I've
What's
secured
Lane
the plan, I'm going back around.
What's Lane doing?
Lane is up to Lane.
I'll go with to see Annalith.
Okay, so you're going with Syndra.
Yeah.
Syndra. How do you want to say that?
Syndra.
Syndra. Okay. Words. Okay. So, Ark, as you're dashing, you are literally breathless as you get there at the same time as these 2 massive dragonborns are going inside to the guardhouse.
I asked the guard that's standing. I assume there's a guard standing outside the guardhouse.
There's plenty. They're coming and going, and there's some outside, and
There wasn't a commotion with those 2, was there?
they just went inside.
Okay, cool.
Probably a lot of angry silence would be my guess.
With dragonborns as big as they are and as angry as they looked, we stepped aside. We assumed they wanted to go talk to someone in authority. Of course, if they looked like they were going to cause trouble, we'd have done something, but they don't really look like that.
Could it also be the fact that they looked very angry? And we just didn't want to step
Well, you look at this guy, and he's not the biggest.
He's squishy human.
He's like, I'm just a guard.
I was just making sure that there was no, altercations.
No, there hasn't been any alter. They literally just went inside, like 5 seconds ago. As soon as you started talking
I
to
just
me.
caught up. I look at the card just as menacingly as I can, which isn't very menacing. You know what? Fuck it, I'll roll it, and I'll look as menacingly as any.
We'll see how, with your rolls, I want to see how menacing you can be.
Intimidation! I choose you, intimidation chew!
I don't know what you're trying to intimidate out of
Oh
him.
dear!
Okay. Yeah, you intimidate him.
On fire.
Arr!
You just he rolled a 21, by the way. You just get angry and you're like, ah! And he's just like, he's like, okay, go there. They didn't do anything. Go yet.
Thank you. And I smile politely and bow a little bit to him and go inside.
As you go, he's like, gosh. Okay, and as you
Those
go
damn
inside,
PCs.
and as you go inside, you can see these two dragonborns just standing in front of Captain Dury, who's just kind of stood up, and he's like, "What's going on?" But they haven't even started talking yet. They're just staring at you like, "Okay, which one of us is going to talk first?" type of thing.
Report to the authorities what happened in the forest.
And he
the
does.
worst part is he can't see me if I'm sitting behind two dragonborn.
No, he can see because you're kind of in the middle, and there's this little window.
Oh God, no! I don't want to be in the middle of that scene.
There's this little window that he can see through and just see you.
I kind of do this little.
And he gives you a nod. He's like, "Hi."
Hi.
And then Relinod relays to Captain Dury what happened. Yeah.
During his explanation, is there anything I could pick up on for maybe a religion check or anything?
Not that you haven't already gained from his talking with you and what you heard when he was talking to the crowd.
Can I roll an insight to see if he's lying at all?
Go ahead.
I doubt he is, but it's just nice to check to be safe.
And your good and evil meter is not working anymore. You can tell that he has not deviated from anything he has told you. And then he turns to you after he's done. He's like, "Are you happy?"
Yes. Stay in the light.
I will. I need to
You
go to my
have
guild.
plans to... You're a war cleric, correct?
Yes. What I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go round up my guildmates, and we're going to go search that area and try and discover what happened.
That's the wrong area.
That's the wrong area. Where I was attacked, and my friends were attacked. How is that the wrong area?
If it was the tainted blood, which I believe it was, the original Subject Zero spoke of going to visit her mother in the southwest.
Subject 0?
A girl that came ill from having the infection from the wolves through meat. The issue with this is that her mother lives in the northeast.
Uh-huh.
I plan on going down that direction to cleanse it, given the opportunity.
Very well. I still wish to examine this site further.
Very well.
You, brother, pursue this task of blood.
It's not of blood, of protection. The greater protection of this village is more my concern than vengeance.
You pursue your branch. I'll pursue mine. Is there anything you ask of me?
You should speak with Fryden. Ask him to detect evil. There was something not right when you were talking. You were going from one end to the other. So I offer a handshake. Or claw.
He clasps it. It's the whole
yes.
like that. It's the whole He's like, I will do that. Any last requests before I head off?
Not from myself.
Okay. And he just turns and goes.
I'm surprised Ark hasn't spoken up at all.
I had to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. I literally could not.
And okay, Ark, you're still standing in the doorway as Relenod turns to leave. You saw this interaction between Wynn and himself. Is there anything you'd like to say, because you're kind of blocking the doorway and he's waiting for you to?
Yeah, and I have a feeling if I don't move soon, I'm gonna get ran over. What was the general consensus that they came to?
Captain Dury is still reacting to this. But from what you heard, he has not deviated in a single word from what you've heard already.
I actually have a better solution than that. If you don't mind waiting for just a few moments.
Okay. How long are a few moments?
How long would you say it would?
And we cut to Syndra and Lane.
There we go.
All right. You two arrive at this house on the western side of town. Okay. And what do? You're at the house.
Use my thaumaturgy to knock on the door without me doing anything. Just
okay. As you hear, yes, give me a minute. Hold on. And you see her open the door. And she's like, well, how are you doing?
We're good. We just need your opinion on some stuff.
My opinion. I can most certainly provide that.
But I'm going to point at the guy following me. Why don't you ask some questions? Because I'm frankly tired of talking. I had to yell a lot in that church.
Yeah, sure. Basically, all we want is for you to come and meet some people and discern if there's any what's the word? Yeah.
Who is the individual in particular, if you're looking for an unbiased party?
He's a Dragonborn war cleric.
Okay. Let's see. Dragonborn. No, I don't personally know anyone like that. All right. Where are they right now?
Over at
the guardhouse.
Yeah, the guardhouse.
Okay, lead the way. And she comes out, closes her door, and she makes sure her holy symbol is out, and she's like, okay, let's go. And Relenod, you can see, is just standing there. He's getting a little upset because it's been about 15 minutes, and he kind of wants to go and do something now.
Those paladins of vengeance, and they're having to venge.
They're worse than freaking Mira and her book habits.
As small talk, I would question a little bit of his newfound faith, mostly to try to keep him not seething.
Not venging all over the place.
Okay. And as he comes to just about push you aside, you notice as you look back behind you that you see that the rest of your group has arrived alongside of a cleric whom you do not recognize.
Do I recognize the holy symbol at all?
You would recognize the symbol of, so I don't have to look it up again, Avandra. Avandra is the chaotic good god of trickery, which is why she does it in her house.
Okay.
She says, okay, what's happening?
I don't know what's going on. This was Arcanus's deal.
I brought to us a impartial third-party cleric
Okay.
to detect your intentions. And then I'll be satisfied. As I'm sure the law would be.
And then Relinod just looks down on you. How tall are you?
6'4", 6.
Okay, he still looks down at you because he's a little bit shorter than Wynn, but he's still really tall. He looks down at you and says, "Fine, get this over with. What do you wish to know?" And then she casts a spell, just so she can sense it the entire time. And during the entire time, after it's done, he's like, "Oh, can I go?" And he's like, she declares, "I did not sense evil within him at all."
And I'm satisfied.
Very well. I will apologize to him for the inconvenience since it was a bit longer than expected.
No problem. You promised your end of this quest. I promised mine.
And I give the nice lady 15 silver for trekking all the way out here for one spell.
Oh, is that all?
That's really because he was acting very strangely, and now.
Okay, he's already left. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Yeah, he's a little bit zealous and a little bit weird with the whole new god thing, but it's not different in this town. With all the travelers and such, we hear about him a lot. I mean, his is a little bit special, but
That's the polite word to say.
I didn't say anything bad with him, and he certainly had a lot of conviction.
Did Wynn didn't tell us about the whole ping-ponging on the...
Oh, you were there when I mentioned it.
Oh, that's right. What would cause him to ping-pong to good to evil to good to evil?
His past, getting really angry, trying to stifle bad intentions.
Yeah,
I mean, it can be really
so many
hard,
things
especially if
that
you've been raised in a very violent place. I personally don't know where he's come from or where he's been, but that can sometimes do that.
Maybe
Especially, go ahead.
maybe it was just his dragon coming through. Because you guys get very mad, it seems.
Well, that wouldn't be surprising, seeing how he was blue.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
First off, I'm silver.
She's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be racist there.
The chromatics tend to be a bit fiery. I was informed originally that someone could potentially be possessed, so I was a bit out of myself. My apologies.
Well, he did mention that story, and he, like I said, he was very convicted in what he was sharing. So, I mean, it's possible it could have happened that way. Like you. Have you said anything about the blood tour yet? Would you have?
No.
What was that? And I probably would.
So she says, unless there's some sort of news source there, I don't.
Like the Blood Mother? Like, he mentioned the Blood Mother and was...
Yeah, well, while he was saying it, he wasn't mentioning anything specific about the blood itself. He personally believes it is not relative to the blood.
Yeah, I know he does. But
Or I believe to the contrary.
Mm-hmm.
where both of us believe to the contrary, because
They've done this before and nothing bad has happened. So it's either the blood or something else happened.
What blood?
He said he explained buying blood for the ritual.
Yes. That is often done.
Yes. But the blood could have been tainted, would be my thought. And there's been a lot of situations with the creatures in the wild lately.
It could have been.
Which is why I believe that we should travel to the southwest to try to find the source of this. If the sleep talking of Mina is to be believed, which I do believe.
Okay.
And I already have the two bodies being unfortunately researched, but I think it's necessary.
Oh yeah, you're doing that. Notes.
What? Pay attention.
Well, no.
It's gonna be like, yeah, the corpses are there. Oh no, they're not. Never mind. The corpses are not there.
So who's researching the corpses then?
They have the witch in the wilds and Mira.
Right.
I forgot the witch's name. It's in my notes. I don't feel like opening it up. Lucille.
Yes. Well, is there anything else you need me to do? I mean, this is
not unless you know about a god called the Blood Mother. Or goddess. I mean, I'm as knowledgeable in clericy stuff as you guys are into magic.
I really don't know. It's up in the air. I can't really say.
Oh, I do have a question then. How familiar are you with his previous goddess?
With Yondala?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a goddess of good, of life, of...
Would she approve of taking a second backseat to another goddess?
I mean, she'd care a little bit, but not enough. As long as people are living happily and such, she's happy. She's fairly neutral in these regards. A little bit.
That's not fair, Mega.
Apparently he has tons of foods.
Uh-huh.
Evil. Clearly evil. Evil meter off the
evil,
charts.
Fired. It goes spinning round and round and round and round.
The meter's broken. Ah!
There's
springs coming up.
Vegetables.
Oh, man.
No, I think that's it. I appreciate your time and coming down here and helping us with this.
Okay.
Because I didn't trust the other cleric to give us a fair estimation.
Okay, well, generally, yes. And she turns and leaves. You get the feeling she doesn't talk to too many people.
What is with all these? And I'm thinking to myself, what is with all these shy people in this town? Do they just not talk?
Well, when you've got Dragonborn walking around like we have.
What's that supposed to mean?
That's racist.
Do we have any other leads? I'm afraid that I've not been hearing much during my guard duties of Mina.
The only thing you've heard is about Mina specifically.
All right, I was more asking if they had any other ideas on what to investigate.
Oh, I've got. There's we investigated the spot where they went splody. I've got more people now that it's daylight going out there to get the corpses and trick to Lucille and have Lucille look at them, because Lucille's sample that she had vanished or blew up.
Disintegrated.
Whatever the word is.
What happened?
The sample of...
Do you have a name, Tiefling, or should you refer to me to refer to you by your heritage?
Tiefling.
Or
should I keep calling you heretic?
I never called her heretic.
I know.
It is not my place to judge someone based on the choices of their past.
Squash.
Squishy. That's the second biggest squash Mega's ever seen.
I'm gonna be like, my name's Sandra.
Win.
Simple name. You guys have very simple names.
I'm human. I mean,
my family grew up in the north with the dwarves. It must have rubbed off on them.
It just makes it easier for me.
To the southwest then, comrades?
I think so.
All right. So you guys gonna do anything before you head to the southwest? I'm guessing.
Mostly just making sure I'm stocked up on rations and such.
I have a full spell list again.
All right. Well, you guys go ahead and do that while we take a break. We will be back shortly, and maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Good. Check out the link.
I can't listen to it while. Break.
No.